Hello, World Wide Web. I'm Dr. Shot with the Internet Personality Best here, and welcome to Live and Wired episode 105, Chill Stream. Don't really have a topic today, Eddie. The topic is that this has been a heck of a week again. I've spent there's more time actually spent on Live and Wired than people seem to realize. But today I decided not to. I decided, you know what, I've got enough things that I'm trying to do. So I still haven't fixed the brake lights on my car. That's a kind of major one. I haven't finished setting up the one thing. I did administer flea medication to the cats. Dobby is very difficult because he likes to run away. And I did give the dog a bath, but I still have to wait a bit before I give her flea meds. I saw one flea, that's enough. I'm like, okay, all the animals. Yeah, well, I think I saw a flea. I think. I'm pretty sure. Like, it was tiny, it was black. I went to grab it, I went to look at it, and it seemed to just disappear. Which tends to be a flea jumping away. Oh, happy birthday, Epic Jason X9000. 36 arcade machine of Terminator 2. The one with the big plastic Uzi that I walking by arcades as a kid. I just did like, wow. I wish I actually had a single quarter. Now I have a quarter, but arcade machines cost so freaking much anymore. And I have Xbox Series X and a PlayStation 5 and a Nintendo Switch and a gaming PC. I am fine. I don't got Stadia. I guess I'm missing out there. Missing out. But yes, we don't have topics today because I usually spend most of the Saturday that Live and Wired is going up working on the news sheet, figuring out what can be for a fun title card, for a fun little poll, and all that stuff. And today I was like, you know what? I still really need to get more editing done on the video. I still really need to take care of my animals. I got to do things around the house. And I haven't had any actual time to myself in a while. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing the second video of the week tomorrow because of this. Like, I've wanted to do making a Mexican pizza because I'm good at it, but I haven't. Partially because I'm not as good at it as I'd like. I'm still working on getting the tortilla exactly crisped right consistently. Is it Morbin time? It is definitely Morbin time. That is this stream. This entire stream is Morbin time. I was hoping for it to be Miller time, actually. Well, not necessarily. I got Yangling in the fridge and just saying, like, hey, if I'm not doing anything serious this stream, may as well just, like, hey, you know what chilling is? Ice. You know what ice is like? Being cold. You know what is ice cold out there? Beer in my fridge. How long have I been wearing glasses? Well, technically, I've had glasses prescribed to me since I've been, like, my late teens, early 20s, but my eyesight isn't necessarily that bad, and it did get progressively worse. So it wasn't until I was in my mid-30s that I started actually wearing them when, like, playing games on a TV because it was far enough away, and graphics had gotten good enough that I felt like I was missing out if I didn't wear my glasses. And then I just, it was like I'd wear glasses at the theater, I'd wear glasses while playing games, and then it got to the point where I just stopped taking them off because enough of my daily routine was improved by wearing glasses. Whereas normally, like, I'm here right in front of this monitor. If I had my ruler here, I could probably check, but I'm like 18 inches away from this monitor. I can see it just fine without my glasses. I 65 people, 15 likes. Step it up and give them some love. I think of reviewing the movie, more of the Puppet Master movies. Yes, I have been thinking about that. Not quite all in one big burst, though. That is a lot of Puppet Master. But yeah, I preferred the idea of like circular frames ever since I had to get glasses. I'm like, can you give me like circles? Just circles. For some reason, that's a real pain in the ass. Like people don't give you circular frames anymore. I'm like, why not? And they're like, well, that seems to be more of a feminine thing. I'm like, I don't give a damn what you think, masculine or feminine. It's a circle. Give me a circle. I want a circle in front of my eyes. My eyes are circles. I want circles. And then, ooh, I don't recall Flutter Guy 98. I do not. But damn. Uh, but yeah, it took me a while to. I've always been just getting glasses that are good enough, including these. Though I was happy I decided to go with rimless because I feel like it really opens up my face. It's very good for my show, and it was also very weird because I realized after wearing rimless glasses and looking at myself wearing them after a while, I realized that I look a lot more like I used to without glasses. So it was just like, I'm me again. uh, but also there have been nights when I've just been really tired and I'm going to bed and I get completely undressed and everything as I do when I sleep. But then I lay down and I realize I still have my glasses on. Like I take the shirt off around the glasses and everything. So I'm glad I didn't go with contacts. Very happy about that. I have not seen. Oh wait, I think it. I mean, I've seen it I haven't stopped and paid attention to it. It's been playing while I've been in the same room. But in terms of the Resident Evil remakes, I wasn't even like certain that Resident Evil 4 was coming. I mean, I know it was like 2, 3, 4 comes next, and 4 is real popular, and everyone's asking for 4. But I'm there looking at it like, but yeah, but 4 has the same gameplay that they're doing now. That's where it started, was with 4. 0 and 1 were technically remade. Well, I mean, 0 was an original work, but at the same time, 1 was remade in the 0 kind of technology on GameCube, and it was the classic gameplay from PlayStation 1, the tank controls and all that. And I figured, like, if you were gonna do a new remake style thing, 0 and 1 are ripe for really bringing the characters in and having a whole new way of playing. Whereas 4 is like, well, we already have 4. I mean, it doesn't look as good as it could, but we already have 4. So I haven't. I mean, I heard that they were doing it. I know the trailer was playing, but I wasn't like super invested in like I have to see how many hair follicles are on Leon Kennedy's balls. Like I wasn't that invested into it, but I think it's cool enough and what have you. I am a little concerned as to exactly what they might be messing around with because they of course did for some reason on the VR version of Resident Evil 4, which I have on my Oculus Quest. There are certain lines Leon says that are just missing, like certain things he says that are kind of put off the idea that he's maybe some kind of action hero that women might be finding attractive in the slightest. That's just gone. That's just out of there. Like, we're not about that now. It's like, it's Resident Evil 4. What the hell are you doing? This is the game. Well, the Resident Evil 1 remake was originally a GameCube exclusive, as was Resident Evil 0. And Resident Evil 4 was GameCube exclusive as well when it was first made. A lot of shakeups happened when Capcom was like, fuck it, PlayStation 2. But then when Resident Evil 1 Remake was re-released as HD, it was a cross-gen game between PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and on PC. Might have noticed something there. It didn't come out on Nintendo consoles. That was kind of annoying. Yeah. Whew. But yeah. Week 6 pack got this week a 6-pack of Mountain Dew Typhoon they brought back recently. It's honestly pretty good. Unfortunately, I only have 1 can left. I just saw like I don't think it was Mountain Dew. I think it was Dr. Pepper something that I've never heard of that was just like, and it has tickets for Jurassic World Dominion. Like, you buy this Dr. Pepper and watch Jurassic World. And I didn't even look at the case because I'm pretty sure it's something like buy 6 12 packs and then send it in and you'll get back a rebate for, you know, the average price of a movie ticket, something along those lines that they tend to be. Oh yes, Dino. I think we had that little poll for next remake Capcom needs to make, and Dino Crisis absolutely just crushed it. Dino Crisis was definitely the one that everyone was like, "Yes, we must crisis the dinos." Okay, I don't know where I was going with that. Monsters. Monsters. What are we talking about here? 2017. Okay. All right. All right. So let's see now. Yeah. This looks interesting. Very interesting. Yes. Yes. I will keep that in mind. So, a trauma summer. Oh, that's a quick way to get the channel removed. Oh, God. YouTube is being really great right now because, as we know, it is not a good thing to criticize those that cannot be, for they always do good. Speaking of good, I finally got this tooth. Haha! Look at it, beautiful. That is just. Maybe I get a little bit too excited over dental work. I don't know. I can smile again, mostly. I still got to take care of that gap there. They fortunately, like a fortunate thing is that dental implants have actually come down in price pretty well. They only cost about the same as a root canal at this point. The bad thing is that's still $2,000 a tooth, and that means like my journey's not over. And well, we got a story for you, Joe. We got a story there. I was at the dentist office. I had my phone and I had my Razer Kishi. What is that? What it's called? I think so. It's my little Xbox controller that clips onto the phone from the sides. Like, boom, there we go. I'm playing Xbox on the cloud, playing my Xbox at home, so I'm playing Phantasy Star Online, New Genesis, while I'm at the dentist office. And I'm like, okay, cool. Here we go. Going in. They gotta give that the old root canal and crown and all that stuff. But you know what? I'm here for that. It's going to take a while for them to bake that tooth because what they do after they're done drilling and building up the crown, they do a 3D scan. It's literally photogrammetry. I'm looking at the screen while they're doing it, and I'm like, hey, you know, that looks like the new Resident Evil games right there. You know, like, oh, that's great. Okay. And so then they do the scan, and then they figure out how to print the tooth to fit in my mouth. And then that's it for a while. I just sit there for like 30 minutes as they go off and they print the tooth and they bake it, and then they bring it out to do the fitting. So printing it and baking it take a while. Then they got to wait for it to cool down after it's out of the oven and all that. And then when I was getting this one done, I sat there for a while playing my Phantasy Star. Was waiting, gauze in my mouth, like, and then they come out. They got their tooth. Game goes down. I go back. Here we go. Glasses on, light in the face. Here we go. Tooth going up. Snap. the new tooth immediately chipped. And they were like, well, we got to get in there a little more. And I'm like, Novocaine, okay, just they got to cut down the core a bit more. And I scan again, print out another one. Unfortunately, the second time it worked, but I was there for another half hour like Phantasy Star. Thank God I got this. So in terms of how much it hurt, not so bad. I mean, the first thing they do is the topical anesthetic. Then they come in with the needle and the Novocaine, which still hurts, but not nearly as bad as the rest of it's going to if they don't. And I was thinking that at the time, since this one took so long and they had to go in again, I was just thinking, like, as bad as my teeth are, thank fuck I was born after Novocaine was discovered. Actually, when was Novocaine discovered? How early could I have been born? Who discovered Novocaine? Alfred Einhorn, German chemist. Okay, when? 1905. Okay, so I had plenty of time. I could have been like, I could have missed all of video games and been around for Novocaine. But, yeah. Oh, thank you very much, Joester. Dental body horror. Oh, God. I mean, the sound of the drills is annoying, but it's not too big of a deal. The thing that I don't like, the thing I do not like about going to the dentist is the smell. The smell of when they drill into your tooth and into you up to doing the root canal, and just that high temperature bone powder just permeates the air, and that's just, that smell is just, I do not like that. A close second is when they went in for this one and they went laser on the gums, and that powdered the gums that they blasted with lasers, and that dusted and filled the air for a bit. That smell wasn't that great either. Oh, thank you, Andres. Fortunately, the channel is doing much better than it has been in recent history. That's the one thing where I'm not so sure about, do I not do a video tomorrow? Because I really don't feel like it. But the algorithm very much prefers it. Very much. A lot. Holy crap, does the algorithm absolutely love when I have a video up. I mean, the second videos of the week, they generally don't do very much, as you've seen. Most of them have only pulled in about 10,000 views. But considering on the new reviews, when I put up a new video, it's generally judged based on the performance of videos from the last 5 days. And if a new video gets its most views within its first 2 days, waiting 7 days to post a video means it's not going to do nearly as well. Though the algorithm also does like the channel a lot better now that there's, the end screen elements are actually getting clicked sometimes. So that has been a big help. Now, there was a funny thing with the Triassic World review, because when that first went up, it still had a copyright claim on it. You might have noticed it didn't do like gangbusters, but it was still doing like kind of the high end for videos in the last while. It was the lowest of the last 4 reviews to go up, but it was still considered in the high end there of the channel average. And it was being sent out. It was still being sent out to more viewers outside my subscribers than usual, but not by as great of a margin as the Puppet Master review was. It was being sent out to like 15% unsubscribed, not 30%. After it finally got its, the claim, dealt with, removed, no copyright problems at all, the reach saw a distinct little bump in how far its impressions were going out. But also, let me check right now to see exactly what the audience ratings are on that particular review. Let's see. Audience, we're looking at 18.3% unsubscribed views now. So that's gone up by a decent chunk. It's been a very short amount of time since it's actually been free of its copyright claim. Dr. Smiley? Did I do Dr. Smiley? I don't think I did Dr. Smiley yet. Oh, it's the summer of this summer? Oh, this summer is the summer of Leprechaun. Have to edit the end of your Aliens review and remove where you said the guy who was I did a kill Newdorf was a dick because of the algorithm, because notice it was not muted now at the end of the video. It was now muted at the end of the video. Now that whole thing is like, I was going back and there were a lot of copyright claims on old videos. And most of the old ones is because I did used to have music from the credits of the movie that I was reviewing as music over the credits of my review. And that was just like, here we go. That's copyright claim. That's copyright claim. That's copyright claim. So I went through and I told the thing to mute a lot of that. But that doesn't work all that well. Now, why did I tell it to mute it? Because most of the time, the claims were from fucking AdRev. And AdRev are an absolute pain in the ass who will just give your channel a strike as far as they fight you to try and take your money. So YouTube gives the option to mute the music. Now, their mute the music doesn't work all that well. So like there, it's cut out part of the end of what I was saying in the review. Even though the music wasn't kicking in yet, it still muted that part. In the Demolition Man review, it muted like the entire thing except for the first half second, and then it still claimed it. And then the mute wouldn't work anymore, so I did an audio replacement that would just completely replace the audio from that section to the end, but then that still didn't remove the claim, so now I'm having a dispute going, and I'm there saying, guys, the music literally isn't there anymore. Remove the claim. So I'm still fighting that one. Like, I think that fight is still going on. Yeah, it's in escrow because the claim is still in. It's like 6 days until the appeal expires. It's the music isn't even there at all anymore. But then on top of that, my review for Chud 2, Bud the Chud, that got claimed out of the ass by AdRev. And I have been trying to tell it, okay, remove the music, and it is not. It just keeps not removing it. It sits there saying it's doing its thing, and then a couple of hours later it comes back and it has no progress. It's exactly the same as it was before. And it's like, guys, you have already just fucked up the audio for so much of this video. Please remove this damn song that you have such a problem with, so maybe I can get this claim off my frickin' channel. So I'm trying to I've been trying to get them taken care of because I'm wondering exactly how much having these claims marks my channel and negatively, and the algorithm doesn't like. So I'm thinking like, okay, try and get as many of them taken care of as possible. And so I launched myself into it like a month ago, trying to work on getting all of these claims taken care of. And currently, I have 43 videos with copyright claims on them. That's down from the 44 it was 2 weeks ago. So progress, it's taken so dang long. And the Halloween Kills review is still being hit. Universal is fighting. Universal waited almost the whole month, and then they rejected my dispute. So now I have that in appeal, and they're sitting on it again. And it's like, God damn, is this really going to be a 3 or 4 month thing before people are actually able to see this fucking video on YouTube? It's up on Odyssey right now. It's out there. You can see it, just not on YouTube because Universal has claims in general have way too much power on YouTube. Thank you, Raccoon City Stories. And yeah, that has to do with that. And I love YouTube. They are absolutely the greatest company ever, who are always in the right for everything, even when being in the right even in a situation where they are having their cake and eating it too. Somehow, they are still making the right choice. That is certainly not going to bite them in the ass later with causing another string of advertisers to back out because of the absolutely horrendous optics of what they're doing. As, yeah, okay. It's people are getting their videos like instantly demonetized for having the dude name in the title there. And it's like I mean, a lot of people are like, oh my god, we have to walk on eggshells with YouTube, but at the same time I'm kind of here like, well, yeah, first time, it's not a good thing. I don't think it's like how it should be at all, but yeah, I don't know. Asylum, I feel like I have a lot easier of a time with, because they will always try and put their ads on videos with their content in it, just as it goes. And they generally will reject your first dispute. But on an appeal, like, also the whole way, they're just trying to put their ads on it. They're not trying to block it. They're never trying to block your videos. They're always trying to put their ads on them. But then once you get to the appeal process, they generally do not strike you. They will relent, they will release. And I don't know, I have a little bit more respect for them for that. It's like, okay, I understand the hustle. I understand here. And they've got their thing going. But yeah, it's just I'm not afraid when I'm dealing with the asylum. I know where they stand. I know what they're doing, and I feel like it's just kind of a raid sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. We're gonna get that going to pay for the dental work. But it's like, if you've been on the brunt of YouTube's copyright enforcement system and how absolutely broken it is, when you find articles where YouTube is bragging about their copyright enforcement system, it reads a lot different, because they don't talk about how accurate it is. They talk about how many claims there are. And they're talking about how many of those claims never get disputed. And it's like, of course, a lot of these claims never get disputed. I've got 43 active copyright claims, and I'm not appealing half of them, because if I appeal them, that opens me up to a freaking strike. Do I want 43 strikes on my channel? No. I mean, YouTube says technically, because I'm part of the partner program, and they haven't, of which they can kick me off at any time for any reason, but because I'm part of the partner program, they tell me that if I do get 3 strikes at once, and they are taken care of, like I am still allowed to say, hey, please take me to court for all of them, then they would still like bring my channel back after the strikes are resolved that way. They wouldn't completely nuke it for eternity, but that's, dependent on a couple of things. Number one, they don't kick me off the partner program in the middle of the process, in which case that wouldn't work anymore. And the algorithm really likes it when your channel is doing well. How well will a channel be considered to be doing by the algorithm if, best case scenario, for the last 3 weeks you've had 0 views, 0 hours of watch time? How quickly would it, like, if during this process of dealing with 43 strikes, if during that process I drop below the amount of watch time to qualify for the partner program, would that automatically remove me from the partner program, and therefore my channel will never come back? Would that happen? I don't know. So yes, I'm still very slowly dealing with these strikes, because I don't have a fucking choice there. And YouTube's little articles talking about how great their copyright enforcement system is, talking about how people aren't appealing. It's like, of course they're not appealing, because what's the fucking point half the time? Okay. watching Star Wars reviews and noticed Last Jedi isn't in the playlist. Did I do it and get it taken down? No, I actually did not do The Last Jedi or the what was the other one? There's Last Jedi. There's Episode 8 and 9 and Solo. I didn't do any of those after Rogue One, which I screwed up quite a bit on. I have been meaning to make the mistakes were made video for a while. The second video a week kind of thing did help put a fire under my ass for that one. Crap. Okay, let me see if I can. Okay. See if that works for you. It should. I just grabbed it. I just generated that one. But Rise of Skywalker. Okay. But yeah, I didn't damn it. What was that? Oh yeah, I delayed doing more Star Wars because I wanted to kind of tackle that. But then during that process, just the idea of talking about Star Wars just wasn't fun anymore. So I'm like, don't care. And I didn't want to do something that I didn't care about. So I didn't watch the Last Jedi. I didn't watch The Rise of Skywalker. I didn't watch Solo. So I can't really say too much about them right now because I didn't frickin' see them. So, yeah. Yeah. Hello. Can still hear you here. I hear white noise. I hear your white noise.
Hello.
Noisy and white. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yep. So, everyone, welcome under the veil to the stream.
Okay, you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay. An 8-second review of Rubber. Okay, that would be a great YouTube short right there. I have
Not
wanted
sure if there
to
was
see
delay or something.
I don't hear any delay.
Tire fast.
You're going a little robotic.
I think there's a
Sounds
delay.
like there might be a little bit of a slow connection.
All right.
Happens sometimes. But yeah, it was the idea of doing. Hi. Let's see, Heidecker, are you ever going to get to the whole Sharknado universe and whole saga and derivations like avalanche sharks, sand sharks, and such? Oh man, that would be a project. That would be a project to undertake. I'm still trying to finish off the Scream series, which is taking its sweet time because I'm having to deal with so many claims, and I'm trying to make sure I don't have too many at once. And Miramax loves the claims. They love them. So, yeah. Finally getting to Halloween Kills, but now it's just sitting there because of the claim for so long, which means the claim is lasting so long. It's not good. Not good. Not good. But now I'm just getting ticked off because I'm looking at all these claims on my channel because I brought them up. And half of them are for public domain movies. There's still the appeal going on that one. Really, how long has this appeal been going? It's been going for 23 days already. Lionsgate claimed my riff of The Demon Barber of Fleet Street from 1936, I believe. Something along those lines. They claimed that I used content from Sweeney Todd and The Demon Barber of Fleet Street, which is from 2016. It's a completely different movie. They own that one. but I didn't use it. I used the public domain one, the black and white one from forever ago. The silent movie, that one. I did not use the Lionsgate one. I used the public domain one. And they've had this claim on this video forever. And I got that disputed, and they are sitting on it. And I'm like, if you fucking reject this dispute just because you can, just because YouTube's system is so fucked. How long does it take for a movie to go into the public domain? It depends on the movie. Anymore, eternity. Like every time the public domain is supposed to come up, oftentimes the government will do something and push it further back and further back and further back and further back, unless like the the thing was like certain things end up slipping into the public domain anyway, because the original owner is actually not who people associate it with, such as the whole Winnie the Pooh thing just now. Winnie the Pooh hit the public domain. It's because Winnie the Pooh, the character, is not technically the property of Disney. That was a different book that they adapted. The Disney design of Winnie the Pooh is still owned by Disney. Winnie the Pooh himself is still public domain. Keep up the good work. Appreciate all the content you provide. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Is it less robotic?
Less.
After all that, I had to go on my phone.
Oh, fun.
Isn't that grand?
Always enjoyable. Always enjoyable.
Yeah. So, hello. I'm alive.
So, everyone, welcome Under the Veil again.
Sorry about that.
Winnie the Pooh was a rubber character? Like, from the movie about the tire, or just, like, they weren't plush? I'm confused now. Oh, yes, critters and ghoulies. Well, I don't know. I never thought about ghoulies, really. But critters I thought about. Can't think of a reason not to go for ghoulies. It's just, other than the fact that there are so many others that I would rather do. I have not seen the new Jurassic World. I saw Triassic World. That is my life. That is what I do.
Okay, I cannot get the chat to open on my phone, so you're just gonna have to read the chat for now.
Oh, fun.
You get to do my job.
Yay!
I figure it's not so bad when you don't have all the topics.
Oh, yeah. We're just chilling. That's a chill stream of chillness.
Okay, my 8-second review of Rubber, by the way, I heard that part. Tire, go fast, go.
Should watch it. I still haven't seen. Well, no, yes, I did see Fallen Kingdom. I did a review on it. Okay, I forgot. I just got to remember Nosferatu dinosaur, and then I was like, oh yeah, there, right there, yeah.
Nosferatu dinosaur. Oh my god.
That's how I remember. It's the Nosferatu dinosaur.
How did I miss that?
I'm doing my teeth right now, Denise Jones. It's been a long, painful process, but I'm doing it.
I'm proud of you about that. That's awful. Like, it's hard.
It's one of those things where it's just, I've wanted to get it done for so long because I've needed to get it done for so long, and at the same time, I'm just now barely able to scrape up enough money to do it. I think, maybe. I mean, if YouTube does hit another adpocalypse, I might be showing up next year, like at tax season, like, I don't know. They're gonna ask me, did I get any health insurance this year? And I'm gonna be like, nope. I'm gonna find out if I made too little to have to pay the premium for not being able to afford health insurance or not. I don't know.
Yeah, gotta love that. Pay for insurance or pay.
Faust, Love of the Damned, horror new metal superhero. You see, I always associate Faust with where I first heard of Faust, that being Fan of the Paradise, that being like my favorite movie. Like if I'm ever feeling like low and bad and stuff, I just turn on Phantom of the Paradise and I just take in all of the 70s and the music and the drugs and the murder and the Satanism. And it just kind of all
Warm
makes
and
my
fuzzy.
problems feel so petty.
Makes you all warm and fuzzy.
Yeah.
So what have I missed?
I just complained about YouTube for a while. That's what I usually do.
Oh, that's one of my favorite subjects.
People were talking about, like, asking about the situation with the man who we cannot name and the other man who we cannot name, and how YouTube has handled it as poorly as they could possibly.
Which
Like, going scorched earth on it would have been better.
Okay, I missed the man we cannot name, but obviously we cannot name him.
It's just a thing where if people put it in their titles of their videos.
Oh no, I just completely missed who.
Oh. If people have their name in the title of their videos, then they've been noticing their videos getting automatically demonetized. So there's also, YouTube does automatically transcribe everything that you say. So
yeah, it'd be nice if they could do all that, but do the automatic captions a lot better though.
Yeah. The automatic captions could be a lot more accurate for how much they will come down on you if they think you said something that you're not allowed to.
Especially if you didn't say it.
Oh boy. Broadcast yourself.
I'm getting the chat open.
Why don't y'all just go broadcast yourself?
Yeah, you remember when it was all about YouTube? Now it's about they-tube. That was me being all conspiracy theory for the day.
Oh, broke my neck. I'm just okay. It's been a week. I've had a lot going on. You know what chiggers are?
Oh my god!
I gotta say that better so that the automatic caption doesn't think the wrong thing. CHIGGers.
Yes, I know what they are.
They're bugs. They live in grass. They're somewhere between a spider and a tick.
Don't they burrow?
Yeah.
In your skin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what happens when your dog wants to go walkies at like midnight and you're about to go to bed and you're like, okay, one for the road, and she decides to run through the tall grass and you run through the tall grass with her and you're like, okay, that's it, I'm going to bed now. And then you wake up the next day like, why is everything as itchy and painful as possible?
Because the chiggers were in the tall grass they decided to run through.
Yeah. Painful. Annoying. Very annoying. So that happened this week. And I had to order new brake lights. I still got to install them. And then there were fleas, so I got that going on all the animals. So yeah, ended up not getting quite as good sleep as I could have, unfortunately.
Yeah, I just got to get new wheels, period.
Today I am fueled on Monster and coffee. And about a dozen eggs.
I'm fueled on rage and depression.
Mosquitoes, we got plenty of mosquitoes as well, Nerdbane. They suck. And it's just Southeast Texas, tons of mosquitoes, and for some reason they really are attracted to me. I don't know what it is.
Blood type.
And also, I seem to be getting progressively worse Skeeter Syndrome. Like there was the first hint that I had Skeeter Syndrome was when a mosquito bit my finger, and then my entire hand swelled up for 3 days.
What the hell is Skeeter Syndrome?
It's effectively an allergy to mosquito bites.
Oh my god.
That hasn't happened since, but now consistently, if I get a mosquito bite on my arm or on a leg, it looks like I got about 20 bites because I'll break out in hives around it.
God.
And mosquitoes are really extra attracted to me. So I have an extra special relationship with DEET. It's just, it is not an enjoyable thing.
All right, I officially have the chat open on my laptop, but my glasses are MIA, so I'm doing my best.
Oh, Ben Jennings, my actual favorite movie is Phantom of the Paradise, and I did do a review on it. And I wasn't able to rate it because of how I cared about it so much, like how I see it. And it's like, I really can't look at it in terms of an objective, like, okay, how is the story written? I'm just looking at it like this story is sacred. How is it presented? It is presented exactly how it should be. How is the acting? Perfect. They are trying to make this particular movie in this exact way, and they did. That's just how I look at it. I'm like, okay, I cannot give this a 1 to 5 star rating because I clearly am not looking at it objectively.
That's the problem with those guilty pleasures.
Clear nail polish on chigger bites and flea collars around ankles to keep them off. Okay.
That's brilliant.
Spreading some knowledge here. Or drink a lot of gin. I like that one. I like that. Not so much gin. It's like drinking a pine tree, but if it'll keep the chiggers away, I will deal with it.
I can't. Okay, I won't say I can't. I won't mix alcohol with the medication I'm on. And so I just don't get all the fun in the drinking.
Dang it.
That's okay. The med's real fun. So.
Oh boy. I was at Los Angeles once.
You were at Los Angeles.
It's not the town for me.
Like you were at a bus stop. You were at Los Angeles.
I went there before, and it's there's a lot of walls everywhere. It's a very strange little culture in Los Angeles. It's a very, I don't know. It's kind of funny because like it's very elite. It's very much like there is a massive homeless problem, and the solution seems to be, well, they shouldn't be homeless. Sweep them away, keep them off the nice streets.
Oh yeah, let's put up big spikes everywhere.
And
so they have nowhere to lie down.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because of the fact that there is this big thing with Californian culture presenting itself as being so caring, so much more caring than anyone else like on the planet. And when you're actually there, you see they don't give a flying fuck about nobody but themselves.
Yep. What do they call that? Champagne liberals or something? Not to get political. I'm not getting political.
I try not to get political.
I'm not. No, I'm just saying there's a term for it.
But it's.
There we go. got the laptop in front of my face.
Okay.
Now I can read the chat. Hi, guys.
Yeah, well, I just had to do a little bit of moderation there.
Sorry. I feel bad. I'm usually doing all that. I'm usually the one smacking down on everybody and feeling like everyone's gonna hate me.
NIMBY is not in my backyard. It's that's more of a general term for just any kind of thing. Like, we need this. We're gonna fight for, like, we got to transfer to green energy. We're gonna need to have like a solar plant or some wind turbines, maybe some nuclear. It's like, okay, we're gonna build
Just
it.
don't
like,
put
right
them anywhere near me.
There? But that's like across from my street.
Yes.
Hell no, you're not building it there. No, this is a nice neighborhood. We need this stuff away, like out of. Put it over there where their shitty lives are. Their lives are already shitty. They can handle that shit.
Exactly.
Oh, I like that. Passive progressive.
I like it.
I feel like that's more of the hashtag kind of.
No, I think the hashtag ones are slacktivists.
Oh, right.
If I just use this hashtag enough, it'll fix everything. It's just like the people, oh, every share is prayers. Each share is one prayer for this child.
Oh, avoid banana. I love banana. Damn it. What's got sulfur in it besides burnt hot dogs? Oh, no, that's soot.
Eggs.
Oh, I love eggs. I eat that's like, since I started watching.
I don't know if eggs do, but I know sulfur smells like egg.
I've hopped into the kitchen every morning and I'm there like, I'm going to cook up some eggs. I'm going to throw in some onions and some bell pepper, and look at that. Isn't this amazing? I made 3 eggs with onion and bell pepper.
Garlic.
Garlic? I love garlic.
Garlic eggs. There you go.
Tell me that I have to eat something I don't like peas. Or
I like peas.
I like split pea soup. I like things that have peas integrated into it, but I don't really like peas themselves. There's something about they're very round, they're kind of mushy on them in the inside.
I like
green, but they're like not. It's like it's not so much that they taste bad. It's just the whole the pea-ness about them.
Right. It's a texture thing.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't put peas on the poo-poo platter. Epic Jason.
What? God, yeah. Okay. So, do peas have sulfur? Because if so, I ain't eating them anyway.
No, I don't think they do.
No, Clint, the pea-ness. PEA-NESS. Texture is why I can't stand coleslaw. Coleslaw never jumped out at me. I don't know why. Like, I remember when I was younger and just starving to death, and I still didn't care for coleslaw. It was one of those things that found very confusing that so many kids were really into, and there I was, a child, just not.
Okay, explain this one to me. I love pork that's been cooked in sauerkraut, but I hate sauerkraut.
I cannot explain that because I like sauerkraut and I like sauerkraut raw.
Okay.
I don't know why my grandmother always cooked sauerkraut to death. Like, she put it in a slow cooker and it would just come out brown and thin and flavorless.
Bruno says Decker rules with a rock on, dude.
Thank you. that reminds me, one of the ideas I had for the chill stream was to just grab the keytar, but no, well.
Sorry, I was fighting with my laptop, and then come to find out it was just a broken link.
Well, no one would have wanted to hear me play for an hour anyway, because I can't. I am still just learning, sheet music, how to read it.
God, don't make me pull out the bazooki. No, not bazooka. Bazooki. It's
So
an
pineapple on
incident.
pizza is one of those things where if I'm making a pizza, I'm never going to do it, but if it's on it, I'm still going to eat it. So
Yeah, no, ew.
it's just pizza.
I'm very particular about my pizza. Meaning I don't want vegetables on it or
No,
fruit.
nerd Bane. PEA hyphen NESS.
Well, I mean, do you like penis?
No,
Well, there you go. So it
I'm
works
not
either way. You
saying that I
don't
like
like it.
penis. I'm saying I don't like penis.
It works either way, Decker.
But I can't say I don't like penis in June. That's like you're not allowed to say it of all times.
No one says you have to be gay in gay month.
I am
Gay
tolerant of
month.
penis.
Pride month. Please excuse me. I am actually LGBT.
Yeah,
The B counts. Dang it.
Yes, yes.
So, Sorry, I'm watching the chat for a second because I feel like I'm shirking my responsibilities.
But yeah, I've been wanting to get better on that guitar. I haven't had as much time to sit there and practice, but I've done a little bit. I've figured out that one of the funny things that I found that helps me kind of work on my guitar skills is they always say that, hey, you should try and translate guitar to guitar so that you have some fun with it and understand the instrument better. Thick Black Daddy, I don't know. I sent him messages and he never responded. But he hasn't been online, so that might be why. He might be asleep. He might have not remembered that today was Live and Wired. Happens sometimes. He might be in the hospital. That also happens sometimes. Can't really be too upset at him for that.
You guys got stuck with Little Goth Mommy.
But learn the 600-piece orchestra. If I can do it on guitar, I mean, it's a synthesizer. You can synthesize a lot of instruments. I'm like, this is a grand organ now. Grand organ, you can bend the freaking notes on, do all kinds of modulations. Nice.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
But yeah, that's one of the fun things about guitar is when you do things that you shouldn't be able to.
Oh God.
Like
I just realized they're gonna call me
as a
Goth
drum
Mommy.
set, smack the cymbal, and bend the note. Like there's nothing stopping you. You can bend the note on a cymbal. Why not?
Decker, I realize now I have cursed myself. I will now be known as Goth Mommy. Crap. Wait, she's goth. Is she really tall too? No, I am, when standing, 4'11", but that's when I'm not in my wheelchair.
Why no anime robots in the background? I didn't have an anime robot background set up. What backgrounds do I have?
I thought he was saying guitar in a funny way.
This is how much I'm going to need to finish my dental work.
Can I borrow some for a motorized scooter?
That would also be useful. I got so many things. It's like life comes at you fast and all that stuff. Things are still like I'm very, very thankful for how far everything has gotten. Oh yes, per tooth.
See, Decker, here's the plan though, okay? I get a motorized scooter, and then I just ride it down to Texas to bug you.
A guitar is a real thing. It's a synthesizer you play with one hand while your modulation controls are on your left hand, on the neck. I have an Alesis Vortex Wireless Generation 1. Without the wireless dongle,
I don't.
There was a problem in shipping where the UPS guys tried to steal it, I think.
No, I do not indulge in interesting mushrooms now.
Mushrooms on pizza, hell yes.
No, I haven't fixed my scooter yet. I don't
Oh,
know how to fix it. I
Roberto.
might just need a new one.
Roberto Miguel Gomez. Artificial legs, 42,000, and they screwed up the first one.
Oof.
Damn. But yeah, the one thing that they say that you do is you translate guitar to keytar to make it fun and learn songs a little bit that you can still play with one hand, since most keyboard kind of things are designed with two hands in mind. But I didn't play guitar. I played bass. So I figured out where to set the octave shifts and which synthesized bass sounded right for which bass lines. So I was playing a little bit of Another One Bites the Dust, just simple bass line, just doing that on guitar.
The most basic one you can do, probably.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Decker, can you show them what I look like? Just my
hot
Twitter profile pic.
Twitter is a dangerous place to go during a live stream.
Very true.
Especially when you're following Lloyd Kaufman.
Very, very true.
Let's see, it's not on screen. Where the ever-loving hell do I... I could just go there. Haha. Boom. Done. There she is.
Hi. Red hair for the moment. It didn't let me pick a picture to put up or anything, so that's why I didn't. I really have not used StreamYard in a very long time. So.
Oh yeah, Nerdbane. It's just I gotta be very careful if I'm using Twitter on a. Well, I can't have my Twitter page up during a stream. A lot of people, if you are streaming on Twitch, which is very much zero tolerance about this. Hey, one frame was against TOS. Well, bye. People I see on their streams just scrolling through Twitter. I'm like, you absolute madman.
Oh my god, I know.
I just feel so tense when they're doing that. It's like they're fighting an Elden Ring boss and they could die at any time. I was like, oh no.
Dude, I follow way too many cam girls and porn stars that I'm friends with. So it's like, I want to be supportive and follow you, but there's your hoo-ha. Okay. So I could never get on Twitter when my kids were walking around.
Should have tried the black sulfur eggs. Well, we had plenty of suffering in Japan. Unfortunately, things were they did not go well. It was not a vacation, let me tell you. Oh, it was quite a challenge. I'm actually kind of proud that we managed to pull it out as well as we did, as much of a disaster as it was. The fact that we still managed to pull off what we did was a miracle. Damn. Bass is a star of the songs of Rush. So I could play synthesized bass on a guitar playing Rush songs.
Huh.
Is that what you're telling me?
So that'd be cool.
I was just gonna do "Would You Love a Monster Man"? Just.
Oh my god, Lunatic! Hi. She's my artist.
Ah.
And one of my very good friends as well. She's dangerous to bring up Twitter with too, by the way.
Also, we've had the hour that is generally what I bookmark for Live and Wired episodes anymore. Because I feel like the 3 hours just kind of went on. It went on. And we're less worthy of checking out after the fact if you weren't there for it live. Whereas 1 hour is if I missed that live, maybe I could just put that on in the background and listen to it if I really feel that inclined. Maybe.
See, I'm the freak that will put on the 3 hour live stream and listen to the whole thing.
I don't know, maybe I've gotten too busy in my old age.
I have severe ADHD, so I just put it on and like do a ton of other stuff because they just have to have noise going at all times.
No, my miniatures, I am afraid, have no depth to their painting. It's very basic. I'm working on fixing that. But yeah, I still don't know if I should be doing something for tomorrow. Like, I know the algorithm would prefer I do something for tomorrow, but I also, like, I really do need to take my days off sometime. That's one reason why I'm having
Care,
such a hard time
care.
getting things back in order, is because I have not taken my time off that I was supposed to for the last month and a half. Like, I maybe let that's this Sunday just kind of go by and work on getting everything back in order so that this review can go out on time, and then we can get started on the summer special. I can get that Taco Bell Mexican pizza, or Taco Bell style Mexican, classic Taco Bell style, better than Taco Bell Mexican pizza, Decker Shadow
Okay,
style Mexican
you
pizza.
need to help me figure out making the nacho fries.
Yeah. If I can figure that out and add that to the Mexican pizza, so
Dude, you're all set.
and nacho fries. Whew. Part of me is wondering whether or not I can do a Mexican pizza episode, or if that wouldn't be quite long enough. Like, will this reach the 8 minutes? This is fast food. It's designed to be made quickly.
See, but I don't know, man. The nacho fries, the lack of them is pretty depressing for me. So
Maybe the
see,
live and
okay,
wired will count.
you just need to listen to my advice here.
The algorithm likes live streams for the engagement, the comments and such.
Yes.
Like, you get a ton of comments on a live stream, and the algorithm loves that, which is one reason why the design of Live and Wired was put together the way it was. It wasn't just have a live stream for the sake of a live stream and just have, the
Yep.
people will comment, therefore good enough. I wanted to design something that was worth watching, live or not live, and where commenting and all that stuff actually mattered. Like, there was an actual kind of connection going on. That was sort of in the DNA of the idea of Live and Wired. A cooking stream. Now, I did the cooking with the like, I did baking cookies just as a video, which I really enjoyed.
I still highly recommend a hair care tutorial video. It'll take you like 3 minutes. Okay, I know that's not true because I make videos, but it won't take you that long, and you've got the best hair on the internet, so you owe it to the world.
See, Nerdbane, the depressing part with Taco Bell is when I get in their drive-thru, I have to wait a half hour before I even get to the order window, and then I find out that they took off more of the food I like from the menu, and then they don't have a way for me to just leave, so I have to order something, otherwise I look kind of like an asshole. And I gotta have a Baja Blast. And it's not happy hour anymore because I waited so long in the frickin' line.
If you're ever in doubt at the Taco Bell drive-thru, just get a beefy 5-layer burrito and cut your losses.
But I wanted a grilled stuffed burrito.
Then
they removed those
from
the menu.
I guess you gotta make it yourself.
Gallo, which is why the new Mexican pizzas don't have pico de gallo on top of them. They brought the Mexican pizza back, but the recipe is different. The old ones had pico. New ones don't.
That's true.
And that, from what I've seen about the history of the Mexican pizza, originally it used to have like black olives on it.
It did, yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I love black olives.
I don't understand black olives. Why have black olives when you can have green olives?
Because you wanted them canned and they have to be cooked in order to be in a can?
Oh, by the way, I heard you talking when I was getting everything set up, and you were talking about Mountain Dew Typhoon. I just have the funniest freaking thing to say about that, okay? So, do you remember when they brought out Typhoon? Originally?
No.
Okay. It originally came out when they were doing their red, white, and dew thing where people were choosing the new dew flavor, and Whiteout won. And this was like 2010, 2011, something like that.
See, I
Okay.
should have been stocking groceries at that time. I should have known. I lived in groceries.
I remember it, man. But what's hilarious to
I
me
must have
about
been
that
really
is
bad at my job.
maybe it wasn't popular in your area. But so ever since then, my soon to be ex-husband has wanted it back forever and ever and ever, and bitched about it and gone and complained and like reached out to Mountain Dew to see if he could get it. And you said it just came back? And he's in jail. About to go to prison for a very long time.
Oh, that is
Beautiful.
All these things kind of remind me of that. I can't remember which culture it was, which ancient story it was. I know if I describe it, someone's going to be like, "It's this, you stupid asshole." But I just
Oh, that's
remember.
right. It was the democracy. That's right.
I just remember there was like a story of a guy. He's like, it's his hell. He's punished forever, kind of thing. He's forever thirsty, forever hungry, and he's in a place with water up to his lips and fruit coming down to his eyes. But if he reaches up to grab the fruit, a gust of wind will blow the branches up, and he won't be able to reach it. And he bends down to drink the water level just goes down, 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 and will never be able to reach the water.
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
In Hades.
All right. They kind of want an explanation. Can I give the barest explanation while still making it YouTube okay?
It's like it's not a
I can do it.
funny story. It is not.
It is not a funny story.
It is.
Okay. I can tell it. I don't care. I got nothing to hide in it.
Yeah, I know. It's just fucked up.
It's royally.
Like,
so
it's not you who's fucked up. It's not.
No.
But it's fucked up.
Okay. So, like I said, I'll try to make this as advertiser friendly as possible. Oh, it doesn't hurt me at all. It really doesn't. I'm angry, not hurt. So, okay, my marriage ended August 27th of last year when I was woken up at the point of a certain pew pew weapon by the FBI. Because the FBI had come to raid our house and take all of our electronic devices because someone had been accessing something with the same initials as cheese pizza. And there's only one thing that the FBI would come for like that. So that's when my marriage ended, and I took the kids and I left. Yeah.
And if I remember right, they had to be. It was hard to convince them that your laptop was not their laptop.
Okay, here's the screwed up thing, and I didn't realize it till later. They thought my laptop was his laptop and his laptop was mine because he had the pretty little rose gold, pretty one, and I had the big badass red and black one that literally said Predator on it.
See that it's funny because when I started doing the videos, I bought a computer specifically for
the processing, the rendering.
I needed a good amount of processing power, so
Yeah.
at the end of 2011, I bought a PC pre-built, so I got an Acer Predator. So that the Predator line, it's done very well for Acer, and they make desktops still in the Predator line. They make monitors in the Predator line, and they make Predator laptops.
Yes.
So big red black Predator,
badass looking things,
versus the rose gold, like
little pretty delicate one. Yeah. So, and it took me forever. It took me a few months ago. I went to pick up my laptop and I was like, oh my God, it legit says Predator right on it. And it took them months to get back my laptop, but they gave back my phone the same day. So that's good.
When I got my pre-built, I did not want to get a pre-built. I wanted to make it myself.
I really had no choice. Everyone says build your own. I have none of the skill, and I need the portability of a laptop because I'm in a wheelchair. And
I did eventually build my own. That's what I'm working on right now, and I am very happy that I did. I have, like, I intimately know what's in this thing, and I'm like, yes. Like, people would say, oh, you went way overboard on the CPU. You don't need an i9 9900K for gaming. I'm like, no shit. It's not for that.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to kind of explain also, that's why I've been out of the YouTube game for so long. All my equipment was taken because everything I had was video making equipment, and they wanted to make sure none of it was being used to produce cheese pizza.
Yeah.
So, which I guess they got to look through hours of, my, making a video, flubbing my words and saying, fuck, and then starting again. So.
You might have a few new subscribers that way. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that'd be great. I'm really trying to get back to it. I just
the Turtle Turtle games coming to Game Pass? I'm sorry, I get distracted.
No, you're good.
Yes. I didn't know if it was coming to Game Pass or not. If it is, then yes. I've got enough Game Pass games already. I've been getting back to Elden Ring. I figured out what I did wrong. Like, when I started, I tried to make an archer. That was possibly the dumbest decision I could have made.
Okay, John Washburn, I woke up at gunpoint. There was no knock.
Yeah.
They already had my 3-year-old son outside with a social worker.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we're all okay. Both my kids are fine. I'm fine. He's getting what he deserves. So.
Yeah, in Elden Ring, I tried making an archer just because I thought that'd be fun, and it is fun for what it's worth, and it is useful enough in the right scenarios. I kicked Godric's ass the first try with them, and I took down a dragon without that much difficulty. Archery has its strength in Elden Ring being that it is incredibly long range. Problem is that most things really...
Yes, it was actually the FBI open up GIF that I've used a million times since because it's hilarious. Yes, FBI open up.
The thing with archery is, like, especially early on, you do not have the runes to afford the arrows. You have to go into melee, and if you're building your character for archery, you're kind of crap at melee, so you just made a crappy melee character. So that's my problem, was I always ended up being forced into melee, and I sucked at it. But that forced me to get pretty good at melee, but I still lost. So I made another character. This time I'm going full tank. I have heavy armor and a shield, a tower shield, a great shield, whatever it is called. And I'm kicking all the ass and taking all the names. I just beat... what's the big guy with the 2 swords on the tiny horse. Took me 1 try. Like, I beat him first try. He did. I could block his attacks. It's not that bad if you can block his attacks.
That comment from Sun, I cannot read that. Sunless
Wing Zero.
Zero. These two conversations simultaneously running, killing me.
Oh boy. But yeah, okay, we're about 20 minutes over. I should probably,
Yeah.
since I'm so hard about stopping these. So I'll say, what's going on? Am I going to be making a video tomorrow? I don't think so, because I really fucking need to take my time off and get my head in the right spot, so I'm not just constantly feeling semi-burnt out and trying to catch up and make sure I get things done.
Agree.
So no second video this week. Live and Wired will be it, I guess. Thank you for joining me for this. It's been a lot of fun.
You got a bonus cripple.
We got bonus cripple. I'm allowed to say that because I'm engaged to one. Not this one.
Even if you weren't engaged to one, I'd still give you the pass. So
yeah. So next review is going to be Zombie Hunter with Danny Trejo from 2013.
Nice.
It's not the best movie, but it's got style. I will give it that. And then we're going to be breaking into the summer of Leprechaun, and hopefully before then I can show you all how I make the best damn Mexican pizza this side of Taco Bell.
Awesome.
So, Unveil, you got your laptop back. You getting to work?
I'm trying to get to work. I am dealing with a lot. Right now, I'm battling very severe ADHD that's unmedicated because my doctor will not give me my prescription because the state of Ohio will delicense him if I don't come in before he gives it to me. So I really don't want my doctor to lose his license.
This kind of reminds me how many games I can look at the accessibility menu and it's just got subtitles, and it's like the developers are like, well, good enough.
Right?
Like,
but yeah, I'm working on it. I'm still working on that molasses thing, but I'm thinking I might just put together like a top 10 of like spooky crap. I don't know. So I was going to do my first true crime video about a friend of mine who got run over and killed and died. But, well, killed and died, yeah. But I don't know. I kind of want to do it on my ex. So can't do that though right now. Really don't want to do that to my kids.
Top
10 rubber moments. I don't do movies on my channel. I mean, I'll probably talk about scary movies, but you know, I do a lot of folklore and like true life stuff. Oh my god. That wouldn't work, Ludi. You know that because I'd smash all of them.
Even the Chupacabra?
Okay, maybe not Chupacabra, but Mothman is right at the top.
I am Mothman, Bigfoot.
You should see the drawing of Krampus she did.
You know, they say about guys with big feet, they may as well call this cryptid huge cock. Okay. So, thank you all for joining. I have been Decker Shadow.
And I have been Under the Bell.
And remember, fuck it, it's my show. I can do whatever the hell I want. Good night, everybody.
Good night.